Hey everybody, this is Free Spirited Fumi from freespiritedfumi.com, and feel free to subscribe to my page. Okay, so this is going to be one of my more occult videos for some of the older subscribers that I know that I have. Um, I've recently seen a lot of people who claim or brag about working with demons. And when you hear the word demon, you're like, what? Demon, 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 demon. And at first, I always have to catch myself because I forget about the way the world works. And if you study history, it's really easy to check yourself and just to remember what's true and what's false. So when you see a lot of people claiming to work with demons, and most of them aren't black, so freely, it's mainly because of history and what's happened during the conversions to Christianity. But working with demons, okay. Make sure that the demon you're working with is really a demon. Now, what do you mean, is it really a demon? Demons are evil, demons are this, Satan, blah, 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 blah. Well, actually, historically, when different people around the world were being converted to Christianity, especially in European countries, many of the deities or spirits, whatever, that they were working with when they were converted, not just to Christianity, but Islam and other religions, were made to be demons. Let's say you're a farmer and you have a god of fertility for the soil. Oh, I want a good harvest. Not evil at all. This deity could be branded as a demon after you convert to Christianity, Islam, or whatever else. It's not just those two. I'm just naming some that we all know did that. But yeah. So many of the demons. It's funny because real demons, real evil entities are nothing to be toyed with. They're not entities that you just work with. They're not entities that you just have great relationships with. Even those who think that they are darker. The reason why many of these people are bragging about working with demons, and even if you look at a lot of the books written about demonology, I'm just going to be real. Okay. A lot of white people don't know that other white people lied to them and told them that they're demons and they're not demons. And that's why you guys can work with them so easily without dying or being tortured or possessed. Because there are many spirits classified as demons that are not demons at all, actually. They are just spirits or deities that were not a part of a major religion. So you're not really working with what we would consider a demon or demonic or evil spirit. You're not working with that. You're working with something that may not be malevolent at all. So that's why you're able to work with these entities like Belial or whatever. If you really research, try to find the original origin and the original names of these spirits that are now in many books on demons. They were not evil. They had dual natures, just like the quote unquote Christian God has a dual nature, can punish you, can grant you blessings, can show mercy, but also can smote sinners. So other spirits and other traditions, and a lot of original European traditions, their spirits were dual nature. They were not, Facebook, they were not malevolent. They were not 100% evil. So I see a lot of people bragging about working with this demon, and they'll insert name, and it's not a demon. Well, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not what you think it is. It's not. And I have to remind myself, because people like to play around with things that they think are evil or dark, and not dark, but really evil. Things that are like real demons, so what you would think is a demon, what you think would manifest as a demon, is not, like I said, you will be very afraid. You'll be very afraid, and you'll run. You'll scream, you'll cry. You won't. You know what I'm saying? They exist to torture you, to make your life a living HELL hockey sticks. But anyway, yeah. So always question people who claim, but also yourself. Make sure before you just classify anything as a demon or a negative spirit, make sure you do your research. And I don't mean just Googling. I mean really looking at historical timeline. How has that spirit evolved over centuries? How have the worshipers changed different names, aspects, even with like a lot of people are into ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt or Egyptian mythology. There are so many names to the Egyptian gods, and there are so many stages that the different Egyptians went through in terms of worship, certain characteristics that in one era a Egyptian god may have had, and then the next it changed. And one, you could be a river goddess next, next 7, 10, 15 years, you could be the goddess of commerce. So it is what it is. But when it comes to demons, real demons, most of the demons that I randomly browse through, sorry about that, I randomly browsed through on, like, in books. I was in a bookstore and I just was looking, and also I know people post about stuff like that, and I would just look up the real history, and they're not really demons. They're not they're not really what you would think a real demon is. They're just ancient deities that were once worshipped, that according to some were harmless. Now, I'm not going to say that people did not sacrifice children, kill people, da 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 da. But at the end of the day, not all religions did that. A lot of the times when they say they did that, they didn't really do that for the religion. That was just life. Life back then was brutal. Back then, life was brutal. And as you know, many people have died under, Islam and Christianity's conquest. So nobody has a clean slate. But even just back then, when people were more polytheistic, or some even monotheistic, like, life was brutal. People incest was rampant. They would rape children. They would kill people mercilessly. Like, if you're in the wrong place, wrong time, literally, you would just die. Like, I feel like people had stronger will to live back then. But sacrificing humans, you could have one spirit that you believe in, and you can still sacrifice somebody for a river spirit. So it's like, I don't know. A lot of it is scare tactics to keep people within the context of a Judeo-Christian religion. But there are some dual-natured spirits that you have to remember. When you say dual, people say, oh, it's dual nature. It's good and bad. We're good and bad. Make sure you know about the negative aspect of whatever spirit you're working with, because you may not recover. I smile a lot, but I can't help it. I have dimples. But no, seriously, watch out for that, and make sure that you know if something's a demon, if something isn't a demon. Make sure you know what you're working with, and make sure you know the good and the negative. And I don't mean, like, I just see so many, just have protection up, because for me, whenever I learn about certain concepts, I research, but also, depending on if it's something I'm interested in, I will participate in certain things. I will try it out for myself, but I always make sure that I have protection. And some people may be working with something they think is a demon, or one thing isn't a demon and it works. Like, one demon could not be a demon, could be like, like I said, a river spirit, and then the other demon could be a demon and then you're screwed, or you end up becoming barren, or your loved one gets into an accident. So just make sure that you know the, I'm not even just want to say history, because I feel like with history, people wiki stuff, like, really trace this particular spirit's history to make sure you know what you're working with. And be careful to not invite anything into your home, into your life, until you are comfortable. Many people do it by accident. Look up the different ways you can, or ask somebody, if I do this, will this happen? Like, just ask, But yeah, most people are not working with real demons. They're not. They're working with one of their ancestors, random spirits that was dual natured, or wasn't, So that's about it. I just wanted to clear that. Just want to talk about that topic. I'm like really scatterbrained today, but yeah. Do I work with demons? No. No, I don't. I don't work with evil, real evil, and no, like, when it comes to evil things, it's not, a lot of people watch horror films and they have like a little gimmicky side to them, like, oh, that sounds so bad, or you're not really about that life. So yeah, be careful, and make sure you know who you're praying to, worshiping to, or even sometimes even saying the name. Say the name. I'm just gonna say, I read a book one day I wasn't supposed to read, and I was reading out loud. And it sounds so cliche, right? But the book that I was reading had ancient knowledge about certain things. And sometimes even just reading the name out of a book can invoke like something. So, I mean, I'm fine, obviously. That was like 3 years ago. But and I really wasn't even into anything. I was literally just I just like, oh, look, a book, and I was just like, what is this? It's that simple. So make sure you are protected always, and make sure you don't invite anything into your life. So that'll be all. Feel free to thumbs up and subscribe and check out my site. Yeah, and watch out for them. I'm just kidding. Yeah, have a good day, guys.